Morning, guys. Simon at Heartland. Seeing a lot of posts going around advertising kinesiology, and thought that I'd just pop in and give you my take. They're lovely posts. They're all fairly similar, talking about energy work and being stuck and so on. My take, a little bit more straightforward. What is kinesiology? Stress management tool. How does it work? Well, we use muscle testing to find the answers. So for me, it is find the stress, what's causing the stress, what other information do we need, and how can we move this stress on or shift this stress. What role does it play? It varies, and I'll come back to that in a minute, because one of the really important things about kinesiology is recognizing and communicating what it doesn't replace. Okay, it doesn't replace doctors, it doesn't replace vets, it doesn't replace exercise, it doesn't replace good nutrition. It doesn't replace hard work. It doesn't replace looking at yourself. Doesn't replace being honest with yourself and people around you about whatever's going on with you. It doesn't replace that life can be difficult. So coming back to what role it plays and all of that, right? So I'll give you an example, and there are many of them, because the role it plays changes during the journey. So generally speaking, I recommend that people come along for 3 sessions that we're working on something fairly specific. Oftentimes we're working with survival mechanisms or whatever, by the by. So we might get through 3 sessions on, let's say, somebody's they're not happy with how they are physically, as an example. Okay, well, there's survival mechanisms around that. The body's not regulating properly. Our food is replacing other things. We're essentially dysregulated and making shitty decisions for ourselves. What's behind that? The kinesiology can dig in to help to find the answers as far as that goes, look at the belief systems, and work us toward some solid practices in terms of our nutrition. Then from there, it might take a role of gathering some information about some deficiencies, which you can then go and confirm with a qualified professional, because we're not nutritionists, we're not naturopaths, we're kinesiologists, we just find stress. So we might have some things that we say, listen, this and this and this is showing as deficient. It's stress. We've created a shift as far as this goes, but good to go and get some advice from somebody who's specialized in that area, because we're not specialists. We're just not. Some people are, but they'll bring that into it. It's not the kinesiology part of it. Then from there, you go off and you get that advice, and then it might be the kinesiology might play a role in actually embracing that, or it might be that the client has some resistance around going and having a look at that, because actually they're quite attached to their illness or their deficiency, or where it is that they are in their life, and you only find that out when here's this logical step for you to take. If you'd like to consider it, go and do that. They run into some resistance. Hey, how did that go? Not good, actually. Then the kinesiology can have a look at what's going on and help to clear those paths. Then from there, they might get on top of the nutrition, okay, but they might have some resistances around exercise. So that's where the kinesiology might help with injuries that might stop somebody from exercising, resistances in going and getting a PT, or joining a gym or what have you, and then so that would be their integration, right? So generally speaking, at the end of a session, I like to ask people, sort of a merging of coaching and kinesiology for me, how would you like to integrate this and bring this really healthy dynamic into your life and make positive change for yourself? But say, I'm going to join a gym. Okay, cool, excellent. All right, do you know what gym? Yeah, I'm going to join this gym. And then, cool, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Let's see how we're going. And they come along, and how did you go at the gym? Oh, no, I just couldn't make any time for it. And you know what? Actually, I'm a little embarrassed about going to a gym because of how it is that I look, or how it is that I feel, or I've had some experiences there, or whatever. So that's where the kinesiology can dig into the belief systems, the past traumas. I don't like the word, but it's there. Emotional states, survival mechanisms, everything that's bringing that up to help to clear that way, so that they can go along and actually take that next step. From there, the kinesiology might sort of start to taper off, which is the idea, right? It's not about dependency. It is about you coming along and moving on the things that are inhibiting you from creating your best life. So that is just one example. So we work with injury, we work with anatomy, physiology, neurophysiology. I work with PTSD, anxiety. I work with animals, all sorts of things. So it really just depends on what's going on with you. But the role of kinesiology changes as you continue to move through your journey. It can play a supportive role in you doing some really good things for yourself. So I think I'll leave it there. I've talked long enough. Might have a shave. Hope you have a good day. Happy Sunday. Take it easy.